Ladies and gentlemen, we are live from Flint, Michigan. I am your host, Tone, and I am the Wolverine Maniac. I'm new to all this stuff, so I'm kind of like the Michigan offense, the new offense, if you will, trying to figure it out as I go, hopefully getting better every day with some reps. So let's get into this. Obviously, we know that Michigan's trying to do this zone read RPO offense. We're having trouble holding on to the ball, trying to get these people speed and space. And doesn't seem to be working out too well for us these first two games, as it seems. But I will say, some of these plays are there, and I think it can work out. I honestly do. I know everybody's freaking out that we're not beating these teams 56-0. But I think the plays are there. Shea's saying that he's got an oblique injury this week coming up against Wisconsin. He's saying that he's feeling pretty good about it. He's feeling better. So I hope that's the case. I hope it was just the injury making him throw the ball all over the place, missing receivers. A lot of people are calling for his head and that he should be benched and they should put Dylan McCaffrey in, which I don't necessarily disagree with, but we also don't see these people in practice every day, and we've only seen Dylan McCaffrey throw 18 balls his whole career. We don't know necessarily what he's got. He's a hell of a runner, I'll tell you that. And, and I think with Jim Harbaugh's past, with Colin Kaepernick and the Alex Smith situation at the 49ers a few years back. He had the cojones to sit Alex Smith after he was injured and he was ready to go. And he just felt that Colin Kaepernick gave him a different dynamic to the offense and ended up taking him to a Super Bowl. So, I don't know. It's a hard one. It's a tough one. I know everybody's hating on Shea right now, but he's a few throws away from this totally changing the narrative in a handful of these games. I don't know about the play calling as much. I would like to see some more corner routes, some more slants. I know some of them, the new RPO style, we were hitting Tariq Black on those slants, like a little bit of a play action. Could have been RPO, could have been just a normal play action, but we were killing some of these teams, and I just feel like our athletes out wide are way better than those first two teams. I'd like to see that. And we got to get the playmakers the ball, man. Especially Nico Collins. They go to him early in the game, and they just tend to forget about the man as the game goes on. The guy's a monster. He doesn't drop any balls. He just goes up and gets it. He's huge. He's a big target. He goes up and gets it. He attacks the ball at the highest point. That's where I fail to agree with the offense. We just seen Zach Charbonnet run the ball 32 or 33 times, damn near up the middle every time. We got to open it up for the big man because he's legit. He's very legit. Another thing that's disappointing, near the goal line, man. I would like to see Ben Mason, a.k.a. Bench Mason, getting in there, putting his head down, and slamming folks. Slamming it right into the end zone. I know we're running the spread, but we got to find a way to get the man the ball. I understand he's playing D-line, and they need him there, they say, which I don't disagree with. I love Ben Mason. He's a goddamn football player, and he's fun to watch. But we all know we want to see him carrying that rock across that goal line, just putting his head down like we've seen in years past with Jim Harbaugh and these fullbacks, baby. I love it. But we got a big game coming up. A big game going out to Wisconsin. And big time pressure on Jimbo, which I think the media's more hyping this up, but it's a big game. We're going on the road, our first away game, and it's at Wisconsin. Wisconsin's been kicking some ass. They really have. They've been kicking some ass. They've outscored opponents 110-0. Who have they played? They played South Florida, and then they've also played my alma mater, the Central Michigan Chippewas. Didn't even score a point. So fire up Chips, baby. They have a great tailback in Jonathan Taylor. I haven't really checked out too much on Wisconsin here, but we all know that Jonathan Taylor is the real McDeal. He's a beast. And, if years passed are an indication, Wisconsin's going to have a great offensive line. But I haven't really done any research on him quite yet. I've been working 7 days a week, 10 hours a day. So I'm kind of exhausted, but I had to get this podcast out. I know I'm a little late to the party, but I'm here now. So I'm going to try to be as consistent as I can. Obviously last year we kicked the hell out of them in the big house, but, it's a away game. And, I just want to see Michigan come out there and be fired up. I always feel like on our away games, especially like the first couple, that we almost just look shell-shocked. We're just deers in the headlights, just don't know what's going on. I want to see them come out fired up, be confident. I think we can, obviously we have a question mark about the offense. The fumbles are very concerning to me. That's about the only thing, really. I think some of these plays are there. Especially, in that Army game, obviously, we've had the fumble recovery that they didn't call for a touchdown. Josh Metellus was going into the house, 7 points, no doubt about it. And then Shea missed, I believe it was Ronnie Bell. He was wide open. Had his guy beat, overthrew him by a couple yards. That's just tough. But, we got to just make sure that we come out here in Wisconsin Stadium and we got to make some plays. That's been Michigan's downfall, I think, the past couple years is the plays are there, we just don't make the plays. And a lot of these narratives could be a lot different if we make these plays, man. And when we get into this Big Ten play, especially against these better teams, mistakes like Lavert Hill dropping the pick against, I believe it was Middle Tennessee State. We got to make those plays. We got to cash in. Cash in, baby. That's what it's all about. But I want to see Michigan come out there, fire it up, especially the defense. We all trust in Don Brown, and he can get the job done. He's going to put the players in the best position. And, I always think that he does a great job in the second half of absolutely shutting teams down. So hopefully we don't get down too large in the first half. Hopefully we can get out there and kick some ass, make some plays, and be up. And then we can let the hounds loose on defense and really get after it. Make them turn the page. Make them get away from the run game and Jonathan Taylor. And let's pin the ears back and get after it, man. So that's what I want to see this weekend. I want to see Shea take care of the ball, but I also think that, if he starts fumbling and gets a case of the yips or something like that, I think he needs to be on a short leash, and we got to put Dylan McCaffrey in there. I really do. Everybody wants to see him. Like I said earlier, we don't really know what he's got passing-wise. We've only seen him throw 18 passes these past 2 years. Not saying that he can't pass. We just have a small sample size. So, we don't know when Donovan Peoples-Jones will be back. It would be really nice to get him back, man. He's playmaker in itself, man. He's the man. I think when we get out there, Bell's coming around too. I really like him. He's a different type of athlete from the big three that we have. And it gives a nice dynamic. But with those four, McEwen and Eubanks, hopefully we can hit McEwen on some of those seam routes down the middle. They looked good in that first game. I I know he was hurt in the Army game, which that's why I absolutely do not like the scheduling of the Army game, because we all just get beat up. Either them or Air Force, you just get beat up. Then no one runs that type of offense either, so it's not necessarily even really practice. You're just getting the shit kicked out of you, chop blocking, all that with that triple option. But whatever, I'm late to that party. But I don't know, man. I want to see those guys fired up. That's my biggest thing. And let's take care of the ball and let's make some plays. I think that's all I got for you today. I am Tone, and I am the Wolverine Maniac, and I'm signing off, baby.